Cheers, guys.
I don't know if you saw Forest Green in the FA Cup draw last year. They did quite well, didn't they, playing Derby? I guess that
did they?
shows that, well, I think they lost 4-3, but they were 2-0 up, yeah. So, I mean, I guess that shows that it's not going to be easy down there. Yeah?
Now, like I say, now teams are pushover, and you never know what to expect. Like I say, with that romance, you've saw so many upsets, and what I went on with Chasetown, just to get to this point, I think I played 8 or 9 games just to get to the first round. So, like I say, I feel privileged to be here so early, and yeah.
How do you assess your strike partnership with Rob Duffy? You've already got 20 goals between you. I mean, it's something that seems to be going.
Yeah, it's massive as well, and you hear some managers say you never play 2 big men up top, but I think we've proven it works, and it can only get better really, because we haven't necessarily played in every game up front together, but the ones we have, we've produced and we've set goals up for each other. So yeah, I think it's only going to get stronger the more games we play together.
Yeah. Seems like sort of almost every week that goes by that the manager's sort of brought in a new signing or changing things around, but it must be good to see that he's got his eye on the ball and
yeah,
bringing in people of the quality.
Yeah, he always wants to progress, the gaffer. He's always trying to strengthen in every areas, and sometimes for the lads you're always looking who's going to be coming and knocking at your door next, but you've got that thing as well saying it's going to push you, you're going to push yourself harder then, because you don't want to be out the squad. We know we're onto a good thing this season, and like I say, even if one of us is on the bench or pulled off the pitch, we're a little bit gutted because we want to be on there so much, showing what we can do, but that's just going to fuel the furnace more. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, you were with Torquay last year, mate. I mean, how do you sort of compare the two setups? I mean, obviously Mansfield aiming to get back in the league, and that's exactly what Torquay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty similar, to be honest. In that Torquay, yeah, it was geared towards getting back in the league. It was a professional setup, and I think that's how it is here. From the early things that I've seen and from speaking to the manager, that's definitely what it's like.
Have you met any of the lads before? Do you know any of them from?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously met a couple over the last couple of days. Know a few. Played with a few. Played with Blair at Torquay. Know Jake. So yeah, I know a few of the boys.
Does that help you kind of settling? When you know a few?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you've been in the game for quite a bit. You kind of always know a few, even if you don't know them properly, you know them from playing against each other. So yeah, it's sound.
I mean, you've come to the club at a time when they're going really well, and obviously there's good competition for places already. I mean, it's going to make it sort of no easy task getting in the side in the first place.
No, it's a good thing. Obviously, like the players that are here will probably welcome me coming in, because competition is good. It's good for everyone. It raises people's performances. So yeah, I'm aware that there's a good squad. There was a good squad at Stevenage where I spent a month, and I played there. So obviously I'm confident in my ability, but at the same point I know that I'm going to have to earn the right to play.
Thank you, mate.
All right, sound.
Yeah. Fitness-wise, how's Fitz doing?
Fitness-wise, Lou Briscoe probably 2 weeks away. Heck is fine. He should be fine for the game yet. We're delighted with that. Other than that, really, we've got a full bill of health. Seems to be, obviously, other than the normal protagonists, Jason Bradley, Grant Ryan. They're not too far away now. Hopefully, they'll get elements of training, perhaps fully by the end of the month, which will be good. So yeah, and then obviously Kyle Nix. We're waiting to find out from the PFA how soon he can get his operation. So yeah, there are injuries, but not imminent ones that we hope to that will have an effect on this weekend.
Big boost how effects involved, I guess. He's obviously shown his influence since he's coming to the side.
Yeah, it's been tremendous, and that's why I brought him. I keep saying it. I brought him to the football club because he's a class act, and delighted that hopefully he'll be fully fit and available. There's been a lot of positives around the team, hasn't there, and none so more so than obviously next weekend with the England call-ups for Carl Perry now as well, which is obviously we're delighted for him, and the big man, I think the world of him. He's been fantastic for this football club since he's been here. He's learning the game still, but I'm delighted that he's got a call, and it says a lot about our football club that generally we'd have had 4 players in that squad, which I don't think there'd have been many others of the same quartet of players, all of them have done well for us.
Is that as a result of people sort of dropping out?
I think there may be, but likewise, I say, you know, the fact is that Louis still on standby. Nixie, obviously, he can't play, but Garner and Perry will go, and both of them have been tremendous players for us this season, and I think that, you know, they're both top job people as well.
Obviously, with Brough coming in, it gives you that versatility and that kind of nice selection headache, because he can play in so many positions. I guess he's almost competing for a lot of positions.
It says to people, don't take your place for granted. It says to every one of them players, do not take your place for granted. And that's exactly what you need. Whether it be, he can't play in goal, so I won't say that Alan Marriott, but it says to everyone, every player in that team must now go and earn their place and play with the appetite, the progression, the flexibility, the desire, but most of all with the quality that I'm expecting. This is a good signing, and it will tell us who really is up for the challenge of maintaining their place in the side. There's a big months coming up. The next 2 months are huge, and I want to make sure that everybody's bang on, pulling that shirt on and wearing it with pride, as they have done, and increase the standards to put pressure on each and every one of them to make sure that when they do play, they play to the highest level.
With regards to Mark Brough, is there any particular position you see him as playing in, you know, better? Is there any particular position you brought him in for, you know, or is it just open-minded?
No, there's probably 2 positions that I know he can definitely play. I haven't seen him as a right back. I haven't seen him as a left back. I've seen him either playing in the centre midfield, or I've seen him playing at centre half. And he will give me good balance. He'll give me experience as well. I will say that. The 2 centre halves we've got have done great, fantastically well, Luke and Scott, and they deserve their place in the side. The midfield, we've competed. Sometimes not as well as I would like, and I feel that's an area we can certainly improve on collectively, not individually, because I think that Somna, Nix, Mills, Eisted, they've all played well, but I want to make sure that them levels are keeping to the levels I expect. So that may be a reminder to them boys in there in the battle, where the battle commences in the centre mid, is that, you know, there's another player breathing down your neck. And now, as I say, every player should be concerned about maintaining their high standard of form, and making sure that when they pull that Mansfield shirt on, that I expect a certain amount of quality. Because I will go 4-3-3 as well. You know, that's just not down to personnel, that's down to availability and positional and of course, opposition. Crawley's going to be a different type of game, I'd expect. You need the bow and arrows when you're going down there. And the tin helmets. So I want to be equipped for that. Histon away. I'm looking forward to that as well. So, you know, I felt the Histon game, I was speaking to another manager this morning, and he said to me, you know, how did Histon play? I said, well, I felt that, you know, for 90% of the game we governed it, but you've got to take your chances. Full credit to Histon. I've got no doubt about the way they play, and you know, I compliment them on that. But I feel that we were certainly more equipped this season than we were last. And they're facts that you can't hide from. But, you know, I shouldn't have said what I said after when I came out of Histon last year, and I was very angry. I was very angry, not with Histon, I was angry with the way that we lost that game, and I knew then the texture of my team had to change. And I think everybody's witnessed the style now that we play. We've certainly got the ability to mix it, and I feel that, you know, the confidence is in the side now and in the club now, which is, it's not by luck. We're not looking for pats on the back, but what we are looking for is consistent performances, and we're getting there. I still think we can get more. I want more. I love it. Okay. All right, gentlemen.